Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Tuesday, December 7th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades. And I say this because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms. I consider them to be the smartest money on the street. I consider the closing price to be the most valid price of the day. And therefore, that is why I make the majority of my buying and selling decisions right before the market closes within a few minutes. So, hey, December 7th. 1941 was Pearl Harbor, and kind of special for me because my dad and my uncle and my grandfather and my grandmother were all there. They watched it all happen, and whenever I see December 7th, I always think about that. So thanks to everyone for their service out there and all the military personnel that were there on that day. Okay, thanks for coming today. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. I'm pretty sure you're having a good trading day. The markets are up large today, and we'll take a look at that. Actually, they are up. The Dow is up 514 points, up 1.46%. The NASDAQ is up 453 points, just under 3%, and the S&P is up 95 points, up 2.07%. So big green day today. The bulls are back in town. So here is the plan for today, everyone. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current swing trade positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them moving forward. I did have a bunch of day trades today that I will share with you as well. After that, we're going to go over to the board. We're going to take a look at my students' current positions, talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, and how they are performing. After that, we'll switch gears. We'll talk about trader psychology. Most important skill you can learn in trading is the ability to create a fundamentally sound trading plan, but more importantly than that, not letting your emotions get in there and mess with your process and get you off of your plan. There's an old saying, plan your trade and trade your plan. So we'll touch a little on trader psychology. After that, I have gone down through the results of my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements before I look to enter any trade. First, I need a confluence combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio of at least 2 to 1 based upon support below me and resistance above me. And number 3, I need to have a complete trading plan. For me, a complete trading plan includes the following: position sizing based upon volatility. The higher the volatility, the lower your position size, vice versa. Number 2, knowing what my maximum allowed loss is. Number 3, knowing where my emergency stop is. Number 4, knowing where my end of day stop is. Number 5, knowing where my intraday profit targets are. Number 6, knowing where significant overhead resistance levels are. And number 7, having a good trailing stop plan or protocol in place. So using those 3 criteria, I do have some end-of-day candidates. So we're going to go down. We're going to take a look, multiple time frames, confluences, combination of indicators, keeping in mind correlation as well. And if I find something that looks good, as I mentioned before, I like to place my trades right before the market closes because I feel like that is the most valid price. So I will wait until then to enter any new trades. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I am happy to answer them. If you need any clarification on anything, please let me know. I am happy to clarify. If there are any stock symbols that you would like my opinion on today, go ahead, put them in the live stream chat. I will do my best to get to them before the close of the market. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to update on the board, if you can please wait till the end of the day, till the market's closed before telling me about them. That way I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and the pressure is off. Okay, so I am going to go ahead, run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, well, let's see who is here today. Paxton is here. Hello, Greg and everyone. Good to see you, Paxton. Thank you for everything that you and Tracy do for this channel. There is Steve Burns. Hello, traders. Congratulations to everyone with long positions. That is true. Good to see you, Steve. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Lova, hi, everyone. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for everything that you do. There's Dave. Hi, Greg and group. Nice to see you, Mr. David. Steve says, that is amazing, Greg, about your family at Pearl Harbor. Short sellers have their own Pearl Harbor today. That is true. That's a good analogy for sure. There's Mike C. Good to see you, Mike. Good afternoon, Greg and everyone. Nice to see you, my friend. There is Frank. Hello, Frank. Good to see you. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. There's Kamal. Good to see you, Kamal. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. There's Nigma. Hi, guys. Good to see you, Nigma. Karen is here. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you, Karen, from Wiener Dog Trading. There is Lilia. Hi, Lilia. Good to see you. Hope you and the dogs and the bunny are all doing well. There's my good friend Ava. Greetings to all. Nice to see you, Ava. Hope you're having a good day, and thank you for everything that you do for this channel as well. All right, well, let's get to it. Here we go. Ava, David, Lova, Dynamic Duo, Karen and I, we did buy the Dow couple days ago with an intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. Bought this at 345.80. It's 357.98. It's up 1.46%, and this particular trade up 3.41%. Did hit 2 profit targets today. Also moved past my 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, so I will go into trailing stop mode at this point, meaning if I get a close below the previous day's low, I will lock in half profits. But this has been a great trade so far. Yesterday, nice trade as well for Lova, Karen, Jonathan, and myself. We did buy PayPal. I like the sideways motion. I like the positive MACD. I like the under 30, over 30. Bought here at 185.05. It's 190.86. 2 profit targets. One here at 188.75. Another one at 192.64, up 3.27% on the day, and the same on the trade. Overnight SPY trade had a beauty. Do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I sell it first thing the next morning at the open. Bought this yesterday at 458.79 and sold it this morning at 464.42. So 458.79 up to 464.42. Okay. I also have some day trades. I'm going to have to clean up the charts here. Let me go to Apple. I had a quick trade on Apple prior to the close. Prior to the podcast starting. It was an under 30, over 30. I bought here at 169.65. I sold a portion at 169.94, and then I was getting ready for the podcast. I had to get out. I sold the rest at 170.04. So nice little day trade there. Simple, under 30, over 30. VIX. Day trade on the VIX. I had 2 of them. We'll go this way. Most recent one, we had a return to value, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, and a V1. Bought here at 22.79. I sold a portion right as we got to the 1 ATR channel at 22.87. And then I got out of the rest of the trade here as we rejected the 50 at 22.93. So in at 22.79, out at 22.87, and out at 22.93. 3. So that one was positive. I had one earlier in the day that was negative. And here we go. It was a double bottom bullish divergence V2. I like this setup. I bought at 203.09, got out for a loss here, 203.06. So lost 3 cents on the trade. AGQ. Also have a swing position in here, but I'll show you the day trade first. Return to value, sideways motion, confluence of signals, had a false breakout to the downside and a V1 and a close back over the 200-day. Got in at 32.16. Sold some here at 32.33. Had a close below the previous day's close. Got out at 32.32. Had another big up move, got out at 32.40, and then had a huge up move where I got out at 32.57. So nice little day trade there on AGQ. And then on the swing trade, which includes Steve, Ava, Rich, Lova, Karen. I think Steve bought down here at 32.24. I believe the rest of us bought up here at 32.59 with a false breakout to the downside, under 30, over 30, bullish engulfing bar, V1 in at 32.59. It's 32.60. So up a penny on the trade, better than being down. And Steve is up more than that, 36 cents. So up on the day, up on the trade, which is good. And then let's see, Netflix. So that was a swing trade. And then Netflix I did have a day trade on Netflix today as well. Here we go. Same routine. Return to value, sideways motion, V2. Bought right when the V2 started at 613.23. Sold a portion at 615.96. Sold another portion at 620.80, and then I had to close below the previous day's low at 617.55. So big trade. 613.24 out at 614.63, out at 615.96, out at 617.55, out at 618.36, and the top one 620.80. So nice little trade there. So that should cover all of the day trades and swing trades on my end. It did, right? Yep. No, VIX is taking off now. Let's go ahead and take a look at your position, shall we? Here we go. Dynamic, oh, this is dynamic duo on the weekly, so we'll get to that on the Friday. But Frank and Ava did buy yesterday. I can't remember who was who. I think Frank was 37.35 and Ava was 37.60, up 4.87, up 4.9 actually. Here we'll split the difference. This is up about 4.46% on the day and 4.46% on the trade for Ava and Frank. Way to go. Boeing. There's my buddy Kamal, who just nailed this trade down here at 194 even. It's 210.50. It's up 2.24%. And this particular trade for Kamal up 7.94%. So way to go, Kamal. Shopify, Lova and Ava. Lova bought here, I believe, at 1405.23. Ava nailed this at 1380. It's up 6.63% today on the day, and on the trade up 7.34. Congratulations, Lova and Ava. Pins. This is Steve Burns. Yep, this is Steve Burns. Steve Burns bought pins yesterday, under 30, over 30, bullish engulfing bar, under the negative third, over the negative third, bought at 38.04. It's 38.81, up 2.62% on the day and 2.26% on the trade. INDA, which is India Stock Market Index, Frank bought at 47.23. It's 47.90. It's up 1.5% today, and it's up 1.46% total on the trade. Micro Strategies, beautiful trade by Steve Oh, no, this is Lava. Sorry. Under 30, over 30. Proxy for Bitcoin, 597.27. It's up 6.91% weight on the day and 6.91% approximately on the trade as well. Way to go. Here we go. This is Steve and Karen. They bought IWM way down here with the under 30, over 30 false breakout to the downside at 214.47. It's 225.15. This particular trade up 2.83% on the day and 4.76% on the trade. So congratulations to Steve and Karen. IPG, Dynamic Duo, just nailed this one. Double test of the 200-day moving average, bought it at 33.18. It's 35.53. It's up 2.3% today on the day and up 6.7% on the trade. So proud of you. Hey, Dynamic Duo, by the way, I spoke with a friend of mine yesterday, and he mentioned to me, he said, boy, that Dynamic Duo, they're really getting better at trading. Like I'm really starting to notice their trades. So, and I 100% agreed. So congratulations, Paxton and Tracy. eBay, here we go. We have Lava buying eBay with the V1 under 30, over 30, I believe, and a close over the 200-day moving average at 67.50. It's 67.13. It is slightly, it is up on the day, but it is slightly down on the trade. Here comes another one from the Dynamic Duo. Monster trade. Deep dip buy, rejection of the 200-day moving average, 79.31. It is 84.95. It's up 2.3% on the day, and it is up 6.67% on the trade. So that's what I'm talking about right there. Great trades by the Dynamic Duo. BRKB, Ava, just nailed Berkshire Hathaway with double rejection of the 200-day moving average. Bought this at 277.50. It's 285.15. It's up 1.39% on the day and 2.67% on the trade, which is a big move for Berkshire Hathaway. So congratulations to Ava. Coin, another big trade. There's big trades all around here. Karen and Steve nailed Coinbase under 30, over 30 yesterday at 265.65. It's 287.03. It's up 9.04% on the day and also on the trade. So let's give a hand to Steve and Karen. And then last but not least, we have Abbott Laboratories from the Dynamic Duo. Again, 520 crossover, 128.10. It's 132.42. It's slightly down on the day, but up 3.22% on the trade. So fantastic trading, everyone. Really, really great. Just beautiful. Marco is here. Good to see you, Marco. Miss seeing you, my friend. Hope you're having a good evening there in Europe. Appreciate you coming by. David says Nike has a 520 crossover. Yeah, I think I have that. Let's see. Nike. Here we go. Let's try the 520 crossover. I'm using this by permission, by the way, from etfreplay.com. That is where I do my back testing. Let's test that for you, David. 520 crossover. It does back test positively, but only 153.7%. So big difference between buy and hold, and the maximum drawdown is actually lower. So that does back test technically positively, but let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, not bad. Did it? Yesterday was 169.62. I don't, it, 169.26, 169. I think it crossed over the day before. It has stayed over. It kind of came down, kissed, and bounced, but not too shabby. I like the sideways motion in the value zone, Dave. Steve says, FYI, my Polygon Matic trade is now up 34.66%. One of my first crypto trades. Oh, congratulations, Steve. Fantastic. Sorry, I can't show this. I don't have cryptos on these charts, as you probably know. All right. So, quick look over here. DIA doing great, 2 profit targets at trailing stop, in trailing stop mode. Nothing I need to do up here, up nicely. PayPal, beauty of a trade, up 3.22%. Nothing I need to do here either. SPY, huge monster gap up on the SPY. We'll be buying this today at the close. And then AGQ, no profit targets, but looks like everyone is up on the trade with the under 30 over 30. All right, Frank has a poem for us. So let me paste this in here. All right. Hey, and by the way, I may be gone all of next week. I don't know 100%, but I may be gone Monday through Friday of next week. I don't know, but I will definitely let you know. But I did want to give you a heads up if it matters. Frank says, all trades come with a question mark. Is a new day not born from out of the dark? Each setup is a journey from which we prepare to embark. There is no risk. There is no reward without risk, because that makes the spark. Oh, I love that. All trades come with a question mark. Is a new day not born from out of the dark? Each setup is a journey from which we prepare to embark. There is no risk. There is no reward without risk, because that makes the spark. It's true. You have to have some risk to get to the reward, and that creates the spark. Thank you, Frank. As always, my friend, just wonderful, amazing poems. You have a real gift. So proud of you, and I just feel lucky that you're sharing that with us here today. Okay, so where are we at? Dow is now up 500 points. NASDAQ's up 437. S&P up 92.03%. Look at the VIX. Well, I sold this a little too early, didn't I? Sometimes I get in there and like dealing with the entire trade. Other times I just take it and go, that was enough. But yeah, I sold that right around here, 22.93. Now it's 23.17. Joke's on me. Anyway, nice big rally here in the VIX. And so I imagine everything else is a little bit coming down. Yes, and it is for sure. Nigma says H has a 520 cross. It does. Let's see if we can backtest that H. I think I've tried to backtest this before. I don't think. No, I don't have that one available, Nigma. I am so sorry. Me personally, I would not take that trade. There is no sideways motion. We came way down here and just moved up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And that's what caused the 520 to cross over. But I feel for me, it's too far extended. And on top of that, I don't know if the 520 backtest positively on Hyatt hotels. But that's just me. That is just me. All right, give me one little second here. Let me look at my notes. I always have my little notepad here, write stuff down. Kamal knows how I trade. We traded together in person, and I think Kamal was horrified to see that I write everything down. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. That's not it. Come on now, where are we? Oh, snap. All right, so let me take care of a little business here. And take care of a little business over here as well. All right, give me one sec. 24, 32, 3. All right, there we go. Done and done. Enigma says, yep, complicated times as well. Yes, sir. All right. Well, listen, before we start looking at our end of day trades, let's take a peek at a little trader psychology saying. This is from Trading Composure, at Trading Composure over on Twitter. One of my favorite Twitter posters, has great information on trader psychology, really gets into the nuances and gets granular on how important that trader psychology is. Please follow him at Trading Composure over on Twitter. Do yourself a favor. Looks like this quote is from Paul Tudor Jones. Of course, Paul Tudor Jones, one of the world's most famous traders, highlighted in Market Wizard by Jack Schwager. And, you know, if Paul Tudor Jones says something and he's one of the best traders in the world, you should probably listen, probably internalize, and put to use. Let's see what Paul has to say. At the end of the day, the most important thing is how good are you at risk control. 90% of any great trader is going to be the risk control. Wait a minute, I thought there was like a holy grail of trading. There's a secret sauce trading method and it's the answer to all your financial dreams. No, it's not correct. What is important is 90% of any great trader is going to be the risk control. It's how you manage risk. That's what's important. It's not about making money. It is about managing risk. If you focus on risk and you respect risk, the profits will come. If you focus only on profits and throw caution to the wind, you may hang in there for a while, but one day it's gonna get you. I promise you. I have been there. I know people that have been there. You have to manage risk. So at the end of the day, the most important thing is how good are you at risk control. 90% of any great trader is going to be the risk control. So if you're thinking more about making money than you are about risk control, then you need to change things around in your head and focus on risk. You know, I've said this a million times, but I understand. I say it at nauseum. You know, I'm sure it's annoying for you. It's annoying for me. Trust me. But, you know, I try to do this podcast to help people, and I try to focus on the important things, and risk is the important thing. So if you're not spending a whole lot of time looking at your risk, if you want to be a better trader, you have to do that. So thank you, Paul Tudor Jones. Appreciate that. Thank you, Trading Composure, for sharing this. It's a great post. Was helpful for me, always helpful for me to read these things, and I hope it's helpful for you as well. Okay, Steve says, Hyatt 520 EMA crossover has a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, but only a 30% win rate, barely profitable. Okay, good to know. Oh, it's time for 1030 EMAs, is it? All right. Let's go over here. Steve's looking at SSO with the 1030 EMA crossover. The 10 is the pink line. The gray is the 30. And yes, Steve is correct. It does have a 1030 crossover right here and right now. Not a lot of sideways motion for me, just my particular preference as far as taking trades. Do we have another 520? Okay, let's go over here and we'll look at the 520. ANET does have a 520 crossover. I like this one a whole lot better. I like the sideways motion here before the 520 crossover happens, and it's 123.70 to 123.69. So yes, it is currently a 520 crossover. True. also has a 520 crossover. This one's moved a little bit for this crossover to get not as much sideways motion, so I don't like that one as much. And then ONON. I don't even have a 5. I don't even have a 20 on this particular trade here, Steve. My charts only show a 5 and a 10. So I am going to put ANET on the list, and let me do just a little bit of math on that in case I decide to take that. And what I'm doing, I'm taking my maximum allowed loss, good rule of thumb, like 1% of your total capital, and I am dividing it by the 2 ATR. So for instance, let's just say I have $100,000. Let's just say 1% of 100,000 is 1,000. I would take 1,000. I would divide it by the value of the 2 ATR, and that will tell me how many shares to buy, and it's already adjusted for, oh, sorry, that's the wrong stock. ANET. Let's do that again. All right. So $100,000, 1% is $1,000 divided by the value of the 2 ATR, which is 773. That would tell me to buy 129 shares. It adjusts for volatility. It factors all that stuff in. I do like the sideways motion of the last days. I believe that one could run a little bit. So that's how I do the position sizing. Okay. So nice trading, everyone, really, I've got to say. I mean, just fantastic. I haven't seen anyone not follow the rules. I see everyone looking at the risk to reward ratios, making sure there's confluences of signals. Very proud of everyone in this group. Really, I am. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at potentials today. Here is IWM. I was looking for a possible close over the 200-day moving average. Earlier in the day it may still close above. That would give you a good risk to reward ratio. We do have a close under and close back over the 250. That would also be a legitimate signal on IWM. I back tested that earlier. I don't like that we rejected the 200 though. Good for, not good for Steve and Karen, sorry. I mean, nice, beautiful trade, but I'm sure Steve and Karen would also like to see that close above the 200 as well. But currently it has rejected. It is valid with the close under 250, over 250, but we're right back here at some resistance, and I don't like the fact that it has rejected the 200. SPB, earlier in the day, this was pointed out by Lava. Thank you, Lava. Earlier in the day, it was a false breakout to the downside and a V1. The V1 has untriggered, so at this point, that would not be of interest to me. GNRC was holding at the 250-day moving average. Now it is not, so that is not of interest to me either. Johnson & Johnson. Looking for a close over the 200-day moving average. Actually, the reason that I was looking at this was shorting it with the rejection of the 200. It's a little too far away from that now, so I'm going to pass on that as well. Microsoft was looking for a 520 crossover. That did not happen or has not happened yet, so there's nothing there for me on Microsoft. Q's was also looking for a 520 crossover. Don't see the 520 crossover happening at the moment, so nothing of interest to me there. SPCE, under 30, over 30. It has moved 6.42%. You know, is this a dead cat bounce? Is this short covering? I'm sure there's some short covering. Something of interest here, however, is that we have the 5 EMA, which has acted as resistance the entire time. Today's the first time we got over the 5 EMA. If you're under a moving average for a long time and suddenly it pops up over, it may be that something has changed. This is up 6.35%. Of course, Virgin Galactic is a big mover percentage-wise, both to the upside and to the downside. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly has the 5 EMA as resistance here, has the -2 ATR channel as resistance there. So I don't think I'll be taking that one either. UNG, I was looking for an under 30, over 30. It's 29.68. If we look over on the weekly, not so hot tamale. We rejected the 100-day, 100-week moving average. Really no support below, so I don't like that one either. Home Depot has a double top with a bearish divergence. Here's the first move up, strong MACD. This shows that the momentum was very strong on this first move. Then we pulled back into some red. Now we went higher than the previous high, but not a lot of green to be found, as you can see over here. I really don't like shorting higher highs. In my opinion, it'll probably come into the value zone, find some buyers. If it does, if it has an attempted rally but fails and then has a lower high V1 or V2 to the downside after having the double top with the bearish divergence, that would be the way that I would short this. I don't see anything here though, however, at the moment. PTON. Lilia pointed this out. False break out to the downside. Earlier, it was under 30, over 30, and a double bottom with the bullish divergence. Here's the low, deep red MACD bars. This is just the opposite of Home Depot. We make a low on strong selling. We rally into some green. We come back down, make a lower low. No red no red whatsoever to be found. This is called a double bottom with a bullish divergence and a missing right shoulder. It's a great setup. The context of this chart is really good. However, we still need an entry signal, and the entry signal would be an under 30, over 30 at this point. Right now it's 28.22, so I don't really see anything there at the moment. ASAN, Asana, close under, close back over. I think the dynamic duo pointed this out. ASAN. Let's see if we can back test ASAN. ASAN. No go. I do not see any results for ASAN. So yes, it has a close under, close back over the 200, under 30, back over 30. I do like that as well. It's up 13.65% today though. That might be a little chasey for my blood. If we look at the weekly, it did reject the 50-week moving average, which I kind of like. So that one's decent. mRNA, which is Moderna, can't remember. I think maybe this was Lilia that pointed this out. I think the trade was yesterday with the intraday rejection with the 200-day moving average gave us a better risk to reward ratio. It did retest it. I just feel like it's a little chasey, and it's up 7.13% today. If we look over on the weekly, it has the -1 ATR channel as resistance. DT, believe this is from Ava, close under, close back over the 200-day moving average. Let's see if we can backtest this one. DT backtest, no go. Cannot backtest that. I don't know if Kamal or Steve might be able to backtest that. Let's take a look at the weekly, see if there's anything interesting there. It held the 50 SMA today. However, it did reject the -1 ATR channel above. So to me, that looks like a bit of a divergent, a plus and minus, right? There's pluses and minuses to it. You can make a case for, you can make a case against. I'd really rather make the case just for. And then ANET is the one that Steve pointed out to us today. I do like the sideways motion over the last 4 days, then the 520 crossover, but I believe the 520 it has crossed under 123.68, 123.69. So the ones I'm going to watch today are IWM, PTON, ASAN, and a net. Those are the ones. So IWM is legitimate with a close under, close back over the 250. I don't like it that it's rejected the 200-day moving average. PTON, I like the double bottom with the bullish divergence, but there is no trigger. ASAN, if anyone could backtest that, that would be helpful. I don't know if you're able to, but a close under, close back over on ASAN would be a good back test. Again, if we look at the weekly, it's okay. It's not up against the 1 ATR channel. So probably my favorite one there at the moment is either ASAN or ANET if the 520 crossover happens. Right now it is valid. It's 123.71 to 123.69. All right, so ASAN and ANET are probably my two favorites today, unless somebody points something out that I like better. All right, it's 1:43. Give me a moment. I've got to step away just for a second. I will be back. Give me 45 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see what everyone's up to. David says DE 520 and in my charts above the 200. Okay, so yeah, it definitely is. Did we back test that? Let's see if we can back test it and see what happens. DE. Shoot. Sorry, Dave. I don't have that one either. Mir says Roku hovering around the 30 RSI. Yeah. It definitely is up 2.69% today. It's caught halfway of this big down bar, though. That's where it got rejected, right? Let me just draw the line here so we can see for sure. But a lot of the time, everyone, when we have the big down bar that's larger than 1 ATR, this is significantly larger, we get stuck right at the halfway point. Something to always consider, and that's exactly what happened here. But it is still under the 30 RSI, so not valid as is. Weekly, it's under the 30 RSI as well. I wouldn't mind watching that one at the end. Let me do a little math. Oops. All right. Okay. All right, yeah, I like Roku if it can close above the 30 RSI. I do kind of like that, because on the weekly we are down here. We have the negative third still above us, but if it could get over the 30 on the weekly, I don't know if it will be able to. I guess time will tell here. ASAN good, but I do not like the 13.01% move. You know, by the way, if you ever have a gap down, see how we have a here and we gap down. If within the next 3 days after the gap down happens, if you can take out the high of the gap down day, so this is the gap down day right here, and then today we took out the high of that, which is a different strategy. I don't trade it very often, but I've always kept it in my mind. And so in addition to the close under, close back over, close under 30, close back over 30, we did also take out the high of the gap down day within 3 days. It happened on the second day. And then ANET, 123.70, 123.69. So that one is looking like it's valid as well. Tracy says Yeti, but it has a big bar a few days ago. What do I think? So it's coming from a lower low, Tracy. I much prefer higher low closes back above the 200. Not always, but if I had my preference, and then you are 100% right. It got right to about the halfway. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly is also at the halfway on the week. So no, me personally, I would not take that. Mir says TDOC and Square holding the gap. Like Tito better on the weekly. Up 5.2% on Square. We have another big bar down on the weekly here. Just a big gap. I don't like the big gap. TDOC also has a gap. Oof. Not bad, actually. I mean, did we go, let's see, 27.57. Yeah, it's not bad. It's an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to buy anything today, to be honest with you. All right, so let's check positions again. Dow, fine, 2 profit targets, nothing I have to do there. PayPal, great, no problems. SPY, of course, I'm buying SPY at the close as per usual. AGQ, doing fine, no profit targets, but profitable on the trade. Potential entries today are going to be ASAN. Let's see, was anyone able to back test ASAN? Oh, we have questions. All right, so ANET does have a crossover by a penny. UPST, Upstart Holdings for Ava. Looks pretty good. I like this one better because we had a false breakout to the downside and a close over, and it looks like under 30, over 30. Yeah, I like that one, Ava. I like UPST there, other than the rejection of the 10 and the -1 ATR channel. But from below, I like the false breakout to the downside. I like the close under, close back over. Let's see, do I have time? UPST, UPST, and we'll try that over the 200 and see how that back test. Oh, I don't know what happened here. Yeah, that's not going to tell us anything. UPST. Sorry about that. Same issue as Yeti DT. Cannot backtest DT, Tracy. Pros and cons on this. Rejected the 50, rejected the 1 ATR channel. Me personally, I don't think I would buy it. It looks likely to me that I'm not going to be buying anything today, although ANET probably looks the best. Whoa. Skechers, yeah, okay. We came from a lower low though, but it is a good risk to reward ratio. If we look at the weekly, it's a V2 on the weekly. Yeah, I do kind of like Skechers there. Good risk to reward ratio. Oh, David said UPST first time crossing above the 200. Oh, I see. Yeah, Skechers is not bad. It's a big move up, 4.92%, but the risk to reward ratio I think is pretty good there with the 200, Tracy. All right. So the Dow's up only 417 points now. NASDAQ's still up 423. S&P up 85. So yeah, I'm not going to take any positions today other than my overnight SPY trade. All right, we have 5 minutes to go. Okay, so Steve is long SSO at 141.95 after the 1030 EMA cross. So Steve is long SSO, which is double leverage S&P 500 or double leverage SPY. So Steve is also long ONON after the 520 EMA crossover. So Steve took SSO with the 1030 EMA crossover. Steve also went long ON after the 520 EMA crossover. ANAT definitely has a crossover now. ASAN, I'd feel better if I could backtest that before I got into that. So VIX was really rallying there, and looks like it's probably had a big move down. Fairly big down. Q's, big, strong move up. Look at this sideways motion, big reversal bar here. It's interesting. So I'm just going to stand aside today, not buy anything other than my overnight SPY trade. Two minutes to go, everyone. 2 minutes. And again, Steve is long SSO and ONON. All right, we have 1 minute to go, everyone. All right, let me take care of that, and then let me take care of that. All right, that's all taken care of. And I will be buying the SPY at the close. All right, there we go. That's the day. Wow, what a day. All right, so I did buy the SPY at 468.28, and that was it. All right, so 468.28, 468.28. Move that over here. All right, still have diamonds, PayPal, the new SPY trade, and the AGQ trade. So that's all I have for today. If any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to update on the board, this would be the time to do it. Go ahead, put them in the live stream. I will get to them momentarily. Just first want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I'm a good teacher. I teach a great course, and in the course I teach you all 5 of the different trading approaches that I use. I think the best way to learn anything is one-on-one with your instructor, and that's why I offer this format. I teach you step by step how to use each approach that I've been using over the last 25 years. When you're done with the course, you're going to be a better trader. I promise you that. So the course does cost $1,750. If you're interested, all you have to do, send me an email. Email is in the link of this description. Just reach out, say, hey, Greg, interested in potentially taking your course. I will say thank you for saying hello. Let's set up a Skype call. The Skype call is free. It's not a sales call, I assure you. I just want to learn more about you, your trading, your challenges, your trading goals. It's a good time for you to ask me questions, any specific questions that you have about the course. And then when we're done with the Skype call, think about it as long as you want. I will not reach back out to you. If you want to do it, you have to reach back out to me. But one day, if you decide, hey, today's the day, I want to learn to become a better trader, I want to take these lessons with Greg, send me an email. We'll get it all scheduled and away we'll go. Secondly, I do have an online course available at udemy.com. It's a great course. I've had so many good reviews from around the world, such great feedback. In that course, I teach you step by step how to trade the deep dip buy stock trading strategy. A lot of the current positions I have here right now are based upon that. It's 9.5 hours of video. It's 26 videos total. It's 15 study guides, and the best part, it only costs between $12 and $15 at udemy.com. It's a great course with great content. You're gonna learn a lot, and it's only 12 or 15 bucks. So if you're interested, the link to the description, the link to the Udemy course is in the description of this YouTube video. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would appreciate it greatly if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel, helps keep the channel around, lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. And if you found something helpful today, I would really appreciate it if you could just click that before you click on out of here. All right, so let's see who has what. All right, so we have SSO, and that is Steve with the 1030 EMA crossover. And Steve got in at 141.95. All right, so that's Steve with the 1030 EMA cross. And then also Steve bought ONON with 520 cross. Oh, okay. And Steve got in that one at 42.56. Steve, and that's the 520 EMA. Okay, good enough. Ava is in DT. Okay, good luck on that. Thank you, Ava. Tracy Hall is in ASAN. Oh no, everybody. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to write these down and put them down later. Gosh darn it, my charts just crashed. You've seen that happen before. All right, let me do this again. Steve, SSO at 141.95 based upon the 1030 EMA. Gosh darn, I do not like when that happens. Steve, ONON at 42.56 with the 520 EMA. We have Ava in DT. We have Tracy. ASAN. I'll just have to get these all taken care of. Lovis says no entries due to technical problems. Oh, sorry, bud. We have Karen at ANET. Enigma says, thanks, Greg. Have a good one, everyone. David says, thanks, Greg and group. Thank you so much, David. Nice to see you, my friend. All right, what else do we have? Anything else? Yep, I'll just have to get those updated after. All right. Well, let's do this instead. Since we're here, let's read it. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is from Martin Kornfeld. I think it's great advice. I think it would help the world be a better place. If you could also do something nice for an animal each day, that would make it even a better place. It's something I try to do each day. Most time I'm successful at it, but I think it's been a good thing in my life and just something to think about possibly doing in your life. But I'll just leave this up here since my charts just went blank. If anyone has any other questions, any other entries, please let me know. SPY's up 60 cents after hours. Dow's up 48. IWM's up 54. Mike C says, thanks, Greg and all. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Yeah, if anyone has any other entries or exits for me, please let me know. But I think we got Steve's 2 positions, Ava's positions, Tracy's, Wiener Dogs, and I think that is it. Karen says IWM closed above the 200-day moving average. Okay, good to know. And Karen says, thank you, everyone. And looking forward to our lesson on Thursday, Karen. Paxton says, thanks, Frank. And let's see. I think that is it. Marco says, thank you all. Thank you, Marco. Appreciate that. All right, everybody. I think that's it. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Be good, be safe, drive safe. Try to be nice to each other. Try to be nice to an animal. Study up your charts tonight, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow during the last hour of the market, and we'll see what this crazy market keeps doing. But if you could hit the thumbs up button before you leave, I would really seriously appreciate that. And I hope you all have a good day. So here comes the U.S. legal disclaimer, and hope to see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity.